Hello, and we should be live right now. Let me know if you can hear me okay, guys, in the chat. You should be just about live right now. If you're joining me, we're going to be doing 7 stretches for posture as well as for decreasing pain and tightness. We'll be starting in just a few minutes. Let me just see who's here. Simone is here, Luciana, Georgia, Rosalie, William, Leon Gibbs. Hey, there we go. Leon, somebody has my name. That's great. Worthy Nutrition is here. Cool. Where are you guys from? Why don't you drop it in the chat? Where are you guys tuning in? I'm in Boston, Massachusetts. Right now, 7 p.m. here. Let's see here. Drop in where are you guys from? Let me know in the chat. And my camera guy is also going to let me know that my audio and video is doing okay, and then we'll be getting started. So we got Elisa, Marlene, Sharana, who says she needs help with posture and forward head, rounded shoulders, scoliosis, forward pelvis. Whoa, a lot of stuff. Okay. We got Louise Worthy from Burbank, California. Elisa from Canada. Merlin from Sarasota, Florida. Cool. Louise from Utah. John from Madison, Wisconsin. Mary from Idaho. Richard from New York. Donna. Rosalie from Toronto, Canada. Cool. Worthy Nutrition says audio and video great. That's awesome to know. That's good at your end. Sharana from Wheaton, Illinois. Constance from Honolulu. Awesome. Denise here from London. From London, that's like late right now over there. That's like 1 a.m. or something, right? Okay, my camera guy says the audio and video is good. Awesome. So that's good. People can hear me just fine. Carol from Minnesota. Kim. Is that NZ? Is that in the US or is that New Zealand? I don't know. Let me know. Michael from Cheapskate, VA. Okay, good. Luis from Monterey, California. William from Nassau, Bahamas. Awesome. I'd love to be in the Bahamas. Okay. Awesome. Somebody here is from Argentina. Awesome. Nice to see you, Luciana from Argentina. Great. So we have a mix of US and Europe. So nice to have you guys here. So yeah, we're ready to go. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Leon Turetsky. I'm the founder of Back Intelligence and also a professional ballroom dancer. I'm certified as a personal trainer as well as a corrective exercise specialist from NASM, which is the National Academy of Sports Medicine. But most of all, I'm just always interested in working on my own posture and getting rid of my own tightness and back pain. So I'm always experimenting with new things, always trying things out, and I love to share it with other people as well. So today what I'm going to be showing you is just for me as it is for you, okay? So we're going to do a bunch of static stretches and as well as a bunch of mobility exercises that we're not going to hold as long. We're just going to move in and out of those. So we're going to do a combination of all of those. And we're going to be focusing on some of the areas that people are most tight on. So we're going to be targeting those muscles that most people have a lot of pain or tightness, or it just contributes to their poor posture. So that's what we're going to be doing today, okay? Now, I just want to make sure that if you have any pain from doing any of the stretches or exercises that I'm going to show you, just stop. Don't push into pain. We don't advocate that you superly stretch yourself so that you get in pain. Also, make sure you're cleared by your doctor to do these exercises. If you have any serious conditions, any back problems, any spinal conditions, make sure to consult with your physician prior to get cleared. You know, we're not responsible for anything. This is do-it-yourself stretches, right? So just be careful. And again, I want to reiterate, if anything causes you pain, just stop and don't do it. Wait for the next exercise, okay? You don't have to do every single one. We're going to go through 7, but if one of them or 2 of them don't feel good, don't do them, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the stretches right now. First, I'll do each one kind of quickly. I want you to try both sides, and I'm going to really focus on the right technique so that you're doing it with the proper technique. Everything here on Back Intelligence our whole mission is to make sure that you are doing every single stretch and exercise with proper technique so that it's safe for your back and so that it's effective at targeting the right area, okay? Because a lot of other people will show you all kinds of stretches, but they don't take into account that it might be bad for your spine or that it might be not even working on the right muscle, okay? So everything we do, is backed up by research, and we're trying to make sure that we're giving you safe exercises so that you actually get better, not worse, okay? We're going to have somebody in the chat moderating as well. If you have any question while I'm showing it, you can ask, but keep it on topic, okay? Make sure that you are asking questions that we're on the things that I'm going to be covering today, not anything that you have going on because, that would be off topic. So just keep it focused, especially on the stretches and exercises that we're doing today. After I show you all the 7 stretches, I'm going to come here, look at some questions, maybe answer some questions if you have them, and then we'll do a round where I'm going to actually time it with you, and we're going to do it all together back to back, and I'm going to, kind of time it like 30 seconds for each stretch, so we'll do a full round. But first, let's learn the right technique. I want you to try them with me right now. So get ready, and it looks like we're ready to go. So make sure you have some space. For the first stretch, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be targeting the hamstrings and the calves, okay? These two muscle groups get very tight on most people, causing a lot of postural dysfunctions, especially in the lower leg area. So it can make your feet turn out. It can make your knees bow in. It can cause hip and low back issues if your calves and your hamstrings are too tight. And so for the first stretch, you just need a chair, a bench, a couch. It really doesn't matter. Anything about knee height is fine. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to face that object and place the foot on top. That's it. And from here, you should already be feeling a stretch under your calves and your hamstrings. So that's right over here and right over here, okay? So this is what we're stretching, if you don't know what I'm saying. Now, what you want to do is you want to dorsiflex your foot. And what that means is you want to curl up your toes, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm curling up my toes towards me. So instead of pointing your toes, you're going to be curling up your toes towards your face. And now that should already increase the stretch in your calves, okay? So you want to sort of curl up your toes, and that way you're going to be activating the front muscle here, as well as try to squeeze your quads a little bit as well, and that's going to be increasing the stretch in the hamstring, all right? So it's called reciprocal inhibition, when you are basically activating the muscles here in the front, and that's going to release the muscles in the back a little bit more, okay? So you're nice and tall. Again, curl up your toes towards you, and you should already feel your hamstrings and your calves. Now from here, if you want to take it further, what a lot of people do wrong is they start doing this, and they're rounding their spines, okay? And that really, first of all, it doesn't actually make it any more deeper of a stretch. It actually just, puts stress on your back and your discs. So instead, what I want you to do is raise your arms up like this, stretch up, and then lean forward just a little bit until you feel a little more stretch. For me, that's already enough. I already feel it in my hamstrings and my calves. And I'm just basically hinging from my hips, okay? Again, I'm not rounding my spine like this or trying to touch my toes. Just stretch up, So keep your back straight, and now lean forward. And just hold and breathe. Now, let's try the other side. Again, we're just learning them right now, kind of quickly. Just try both sides. Make sure you can do it, because later on, we're going to actually hold it for the right amount. Again, dorsiflex your foot, so curl up your toes towards you. Activate your quads a little bit. And now you should feel your hamstring and your calves, okay? This might be enough for you, and that's okay. Stay just like this. Again, bring your toes towards you. If you want to go further, bring the arms up, stretch your spine up, and then forward. And for me, you can see it's very little, and I already feel it. That's it. So I don't need much at all to feel it. The objective here is not to, become a gymnast and be able to do the splits. That's not the point. So, when we're doing this, we're trying to relax and release that muscle, really is what we're doing. We're not necessarily trying to become more flexible, We're not trying to make you into a gymnast. That's not the point. We just want to kind of tone down some of those overactive muscles, okay? So that's the first one. That's hamstrings and calves. We're going to move on to the hip flexors, okay? So the psoas muscle is your main hip flexor. It's responsible for doing this. And this muscle has a propensity to get really tight on most people, causing anterior pelvic tilt, which is when your bum sticks out like that, excessive low back arch. It can cause low back pain. It can inhibit your glutes from working properly. So this muscle is really important for you to stretch out. And right now, especially in this COVID-19 times, you might be sitting longer than usual like this, and guess what? These muscles get really tight, from sitting like this all day, and then you try to get up, and what do? You don't have range of motion here, so you just kind of extend over with your low back, and you throw your back out. That's kind of what happens when this muscle gets overly tight. So you want to get some range of motion here. You want to release it. So let's get to it. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to do the simple kneeling stretch, but I'm going to show you how to do it correctly. So when you're here, so you're creating a 90-degree angle with both legs, basically. And then from here, all you want to do is just squeeze your glutes. Okay? So right now with my left leg, I'm going to squeeze my left glute. So right here, activate your butt muscles. And now you should feel the psoas muscle here stretching just from squeezing your glutes. That's all you need to do. So if you don't feel it, squeeze your glutes even harder. Squeeze! And you should feel this stretch here. So the psoas muscle, it attaches on your inner thigh, and then goes all the way up and attaches to every lumbar vertebra in your spine. So this muscle goes all the way from your thigh all the way to your spine, and it gets really tight. So by just squeezing your butt, you should feel it here on your left side. If you want to take it further, just bring one arm up. So that's kind of the full progression. Now squeeze your butt. So now it's the left side that I'm doing. So it's your left glute that you're activating and just holding. So the biggest mistake that people do is they kind of do this. They arch their low back, they move forward, and all they're doing is really activating their low back muscles, which, again, can just cause extra pain, instead of actually stretching the hip flexors, which is what you want to do. So let's switch to the other side. So I'm going to do this maneuver, little break dance. Again, try the other side now. Same thing. You want to internally rotate the back foot in a little bit as well. Okay, so instead of this, you do the opposite. Okay, internally rotate. You can see it from the back a little bit more here. So I kind of internally rotate my back foot, and then from here, what you want to do is just squeeze your right glute. Okay, so activate the butt muscle here, squeeze it. Okay, pinch a penny. And now you should feel the stretch on your right hip flexor. And then if you want to take it further, just bring the arm up. And you can just breathe. And again, squeeze your butt muscles. All right, so Hopefully you tried it. Again, we're going to do it all together later on in a sequence. Next, let's move on. We're going to go for the lat stretch. Okay? So the lat muscle also gets really tight on most people. And it starts from your pelvis, goes all the way up, brushes against your shoulder blade, and then attaches to your arm. And so it runs on both sides in the back, okay? So it's a really important muscle to stretch for posture, okay? It can cause a lot of problems and tightness as well. So my favorite way of doing it is a modified child's pose. So what I want you to do is just go on all fours, and you can definitely look at me to see what I'm doing. Left arm in the middle, and just palm down. And then from here, what I'm doing is now I'm clasping the other arm on top of it, the other hand. And now I'm leaning to my left side. Now I'm going to stretch the left side of the lat. And you should feel it right away. This is really great. I do this myself every morning. So you should feel the stretch from your arm all the way down to your hip. You're going to sink down into your left hip, feeling the stretch right over here. And you're going to hold it. We're going to be holding it for 30 seconds later on. And now let's do the other side. So just bring the arms out, right arm in the middle, the other one on top. That's just to kind of keep it in place. And now we're going to lean to the right this time. And you want to hold it. That's all you're doing here. So now lean to the right hip. So hopefully you can feel it. All right, so that's the lat stretch that we're going to be doing. And let me just make sure that everything is okay. Okay, good. So we're going to go into the bridge, okay? So the bridge is the next one. I'm going to do it from the side here. And what we're going to do is just bring your arms back. What we're going to do is just stretch your hips up, and you're going to feel a stretch in your chest as well. And then also you're going to tuck your chin in, okay? So as we go up here, tuck your chin in. Yeah, so one more time. We're going to come down and then bring your hips up. So stretching your hips and your chest, and you're tucking your chin in. Elongate your neck. So I want you to feel that with your neck, you're going to stretch back and up, you know, like a soldier, you know, where you're tucking your chin in, you're elongating the back at the same time as bringing your hips up. And you're doing a little bit of a double chin in the front. And that's what it is. And we're going to hold it for 2 seconds and then come down, yeah? So let's go up, hold it, and then come down. And again, we're going up, tuck your chin in, hold it, and come down. So we're just going to go in and out for this one. And one more time, bridge. Okay, awesome. All right, let's move on to the next one. We've got the thoracic twists. This one I learned from Dr. David Oliver. So we're going to do it like so. So actually, let me tilt this way so you can see me better. So you're going to sit back into your hips. Just place one arm close to your knee. And then with the other one, just place it on your head. And then all we're going to do, we're going to twist. We're going to try to touch the elbow to the other elbow. All right, so just like that, twist inwards. And then we're going to go up and twist up. Look at the sky. Try to look at your own elbow. And come down. And then twist, touch the elbow. And look up again, and twist, touch the elbow, twist. So all you're doing is you're opening up your right thoracic upper back. That's all you're doing. Yeah, so this is what we're doing. So one more time, we're here, and we're gonna go up, look up at the sky, and then touch the elbow. And then again, twist. You're trying to do most of the motion, basically all of the motion from the upper back, right? So you don't want to move around too much with your hips or anything like that, right? So let's try the other side. Place the other hand, and now bring this arm on your head. We're going to now, again, touch the elbow, and then we're going to stretch up, extend up. That's it. Now we're going to do the left side, left upper back, yes? That's all we're doing. Twist, look at your elbow, and come down. Twist, touch the elbow if you can. I just want to say that if you can only do this much, that's okay. My right side is much better than my left side, okay? Maybe you've noticed, yeah? So I get a less range of motion on this side. Everybody has a better side. So that's all we're doing. Thoracic twist. So you're opening that upper back on each side. Now, hopefully you're getting it, and we'll do some questions after, but let's continue. We're going to do the thoracic extension. We just have two more. So this one, you come to your bench, couch, chair, doesn't matter. Place both elbows and on it, and now you're going to clasp your hands if you want to. That works for me. And then all you're doing is you're tilting posteriorly your pelvis, and you're going to sit back into your heels. All right? So you should feel your upper back opening up. That's all you should be feeling here, as well as your triceps. And just breathe. So this one, when we're going to do it in a sequence, we're just going to hold it for about 40 seconds. And just feel the stretch. And breathe. Whew. So just relax into it. This is really good to open up your upper back, your thoracic area, because we're hunched over so much. This is a great way to kind of release. You don't want to sink your head down too much. Just focus on opening up the back. That's all. Okay, so that's the thoracic extension. We just got one more, and then we'll do maybe some questions before going through the sequence. So last one is for the neck, which is going to be your levator scapula muscle. So it attaches from the neck, goes all the way down to your shoulder blade, gets very tight on most people. So for this one, all we're going to do is just stand up, place one hand on the other side of the head, bring your neck down, and then from here, we're going to turn the neck and look at your foot. Sorry, my mouth is dry. I need to get some water. And all you're doing is you bring your head down to look at your pocket or your foot, and you should feel the stretch right over here, okay? In the back of the neck, all the way down to your shoulder blade. I'll turn around so you can see it. And now we'll do the other side. Bring it to the side. And look down at your foot or your pocket or your armpit. Whatever you want. That works for me. You should feel it right over here now on the left side. I'm just going to breathe. Keep your spine stretching still when you do this one. And that's it. That's the last one, yes? So we went through all the 7, yes? Are you getting it? So take a drink of water if you want. Breathe a little bit. And we got some extra instructions in the chat. Catherine says, very helpful psoas stretch. I've been doing it wrong for many years. Yeah, many people do it wrong for many, many years, and they're just kind of activating their low back muscles instead of actually stretching their hip flexors. So yeah, glad you got the right one. Deborah says, what if I cannot put my butt to my heels? You try your best, okay? Just do your best to touch your heels. I guess you're talking about that thoracic extension one. You can also just come closer to the bench. Yeah, but just try your best to keep your pelvis posteriorly pelvic tilted. That's most important, okay? So right now, if you have any questions about any of these stretches that we did, just drop them in the chat, okay? How long do we hold the neck stretch to the armpit? We're going to be doing it about 30 seconds. So we're going to be statically holding it. You can do active stretching, which is just going down and holding it for 2 seconds, coming up, going down, the 2 seconds, coming up. But if it's really, really tight, it's better to do it statically. So holding for about 30 seconds, and that kind of relaxes the muscle. 30 seconds or more even, yes? And it's called autogenic inhibition. It can relax the muscle, yeah? So it takes time, especially if it's really tight. If it's not too tight, you can do active stretching, yes? Dan likes, this is just what I needed today. Thank you, awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of people are sitting probably more than usual, watching too many Netflix movies on their couch and getting really tight, right? So this is great to get you moving, to get you stretched out. So glad you liked it. If you have any other questions, you can drop them in. Otherwise, we're going to be starting to go through the full sequence. What is it, 7:28 here? So it looks like people are getting it just fine. So we're going to start going through the sequence then. Let me just come over here and look at my stopwatch. So it looks like you guys are getting it. So let's get started with the sequence, okay? So we're going to hold each one for a certain amount of time, and I'll time you. So let's get ready. The first one is going to be the calves and hamstring stretch. So we're going to start with the right leg or left one, doesn't matter. I'm going to start with my right. Place it on the chair or the couch, whatever you want to call it. We're going to hold for 30 seconds, okay? Ready? Let's go. And again, curl up your toes towards you, raise the arms up if you want to lean forward a little bit more, and you're just going to hold it. Remember, you don't need to go forward a lot. And breathe. That's 15 seconds. You should feel your hamstrings, and we're done. We're going to switch to the other side now. Place the other leg in front of you, and get ready. Let's go, 30 seconds. Again, lean forward, but keep your spine straight. Lean forward, keep your spine straight. Stretch up at the same time as you stretch forward. That's very important. Don't round your low back. And just a little bit more. And we're good. All right. We're going to go down to the floor. We're going to do our hip flexor, our psoas muscle. So bring one foot in front of you. And again, engage your glute muscle. Squeeze your left side. In my case, we're going to do 40-second hold. Squeeze your glutes. And it's starting. Go. Raise the arm up to get a little bit extra stretch. You should feel it right over here. Again, if you don't feel it, just continue squeezing your butt muscle. And breathe. Okay, we're good. Let's go to the other side. Switch to the other side. Again, engage your right butt muscle now. Internally rotate the back foot a little bit. Squeeze your glutes. And let's go. Raise the arm up. Just to get that little extra stretch. Remember, do not overly arch your low back. That's not the purpose of this one. Just feel it here in the front. And breathe. A little bit more. So we're doing this one 40 seconds. Awesome. Great. Next one. Child's pose. So don't even get up. Just, we're going to go straight into it right here. Go on all fours. Remember, for this one arm in the middle, clasp the other one, and then to the side, all right? So let's go, guys. 40 seconds on the left side or on one side. So lean into your left hip and just feel your left side of the lat releasing, stretching. Imagine the tightness is going away. Don't push into pain, remember that. You can really modulate how deep you want this one. You can kind of decide how much to the left you want to go. And we're done. Switch sides. Right arm in front, left one on top, leaning to the right. Let's go. Lean to your right hip. Feel it on your right side now. And breathe. A little more. Again, release that left side. All right, awesome. We're done. Take a breather, and we're going to go into the bridge. So just turn around, reversing. Feet in front of you, hands behind you. This one we're going to do 8 reps, just going up and down. When you go up, just hold it for about 2 seconds, okay? So, we're going to bring the hips up, and you're going to stretch your chest. At the same time, remember, we're going to also activate the front of the neck muscles. So, extend your neck. So, let's go. 1. Go down. And going up for 2. Hold it. Down. Going up for a third one. Hold it. And let's go up again. 4. Down. Let's go for the 5th one. Push your hips up. Down. Go for the 6th one. Hips up. Down. Let's go for the 7th one. Breathe. Down. Last one. Going up. Down. Good. So we did the bridge. Let's move on. We're gonna move on to the thoracic twists now. So get ready. I'm gonna place one arm in front of you. So for me, it's gonna be my left one, and then the other one on the back of the head. We're gonna start twisting. We're gonna do 7 on each side, all right? So twist your elbow, and then look up at the sky. Try to look at your elbow. So you're gonna be opening up your right side, your right upper back. Going down, that was 1. Touch your elbow. I'm gonna go for the second one. Doesn't have to be too fast. Again, 2 seconds when you're at the top range there. And then down, touch your elbow. I'm gonna go for the third one. And then down. I'm gonna go for the fourth one. Hold it, breathe, and release. Fifth one. See how much extension you can get. Sixth one. Feel the extension. Hold for a few seconds. Then lower down. Twisting again. Last one. We're going to go for the 7th one and just kind of hold it there. And good. Switch sides. Bring your right arm in the front. Bring the other one on your head. We're going to now twist, touch your elbow, and then going up on the left side. Open up your left side and bring it down. That's 1. I'm going to do it again. Look up. That's 2. All right, twisting the other way. And 3. And again, touch your elbow. And 4. Hold it up there. And 5. And touch your elbow, back down. We're going to go for the 6th one. You can do it at your own pace, by the way. As always, don't push into pain. Last one, I'm doing my last one. I'm going to hold it a little bit longer at the top. Hold, breathe. Good. Next, thoracic extension. Bring your elbows on your couch, chair, bench, doesn't matter. And now we're just going to lean back, okay? Lean into your hips. That's all you're doing. Don't arch the low back. Make sure you keep your pelvic tucked in. And just lean into your hips. Now, for this one, sorry, I'm going to use a timer. About 40 seconds, okay? So, all right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. And breathe. Tuck your pelvis in. And just feel the stretch in your upper back, in your triceps. You're not really trying to push too much here. You're kind of just sinking into your hips and breathing. That's all you're doing. Just feel that stretch, that extension in your upper back. This is more about your upper back, not so much your neck even. A few more seconds. I'm sure some of you feel you can stay here forever. All right, but we're done for this one. And we have one more, the Levator scapular stretch for the neck. So you can get up. And for this one, all we're doing is bring one arm to the opposite side. Make sure the opposite shoulder is down, okay? We don't want it to go up like this. Just bring it down. At the same time, stretch your spine up. So stretch your whole spine up. Bring your ear to your shoulder. And then we're going to tilt the head to look at your armpit, your pocket, or your foot. Whichever one is fine with me, guys. Yeah? And just, you should feel it on the opposite side here. For me, it's on my right side. So I'll turn around. And it would be good if I had my timer on, so let me do that. So we already did 10 seconds. Let's do 20 more. And breathe. And let's switch to the other side. Same thing. Bring the other arm and then bring it to the side first, and then tilt your head down, look at your pocket, at your foot, and bring it down slightly. Don't push into pain, and hold it. And breathe. Almost done. All right, good. And coming off of it, and you can roll your shoulders, and that's it. We're done, full sequence. So how do you feel? I hope you feel better than when we started. Yeah, curling up the toes. So John is asking, do you have to curl up the feet? You don't have to, but you'll get more of a stretch in your calves if you do that, okay? Especially in your calves. In the lower leg, you stretch the Achilles heel there, so that's what it's for, yeah? But again, if it causes too much pain and just curling up causes too much pain, then you don't have to, okay? That's just to increase the stretch. Okay. Okay, Merlin likes it. Good. Rosanna likes it. Georgia, Edie, Luis. Luis says, "Why am I sweaty?" Yeah, it wasn't a full workout. It was kind of like a stretching workout. But it was still, back to back. So yeah, if you haven't been active, this will get your heart rate a little bit up, right? Good. So Kim likes it. Norma says she feels looser. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you feel better, if you liked it. Give us a like. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed these stretches. These are not the only stretches that you should be doing to correct your posture. We have a lot more on our website, on our YouTube channel. We have a premium course, which is the Posture Fix course, which is just finishing up for the last session. It's going to be opening up again in June. It's a course we did with Dr. David Oliver. It has both strengthening and stretching and ergonomics modules. So it's like a complete thing to really fix your posture, especially your upper back dysfunctions with your neck and your upper back, okay? We also have a lot of free videos and articles on our websites, as some of you already know, with a lot of research behind them to make sure that we're giving you some of the best advice that you can follow from home. All right, cool. So Kathy, yes, this will be available after, so you can replay it as well and use it as well. So this will be on our YouTube channel. We might put it on our website as well. Several people asked me because not everybody can join at this time, so I understand that. Linda feels better, good. Can't pronounce that for Skugon, okay. Cheryl, good. Mary, if you feel stress on the bridge, then maybe that's not a good exercise for you, yeah? William, Constance, no, I will not marry you. Okay, Hernani, Cheryl, Diane, Cheryl, Richard, Marcia, John, awesome. So thank you guys for joining me today, and maybe we'll do more of these in these crazy times. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it and you feel looser. So yeah, thanks for joining me today. And yeah, you can definitely watch the replay later if you want. You can just put it on, even fast forward to the sequence part, or if you didn't get some of the techniques, you can go through them again, okay? The most important thing is that you have to do it correctly, right? That's the most important thing. Whenever you're doing any kind of exercise or stretch, you have to do it with the proper form. Otherwise, why are you doing it, right? And you might cause yourself more problems than if you don't do it in the proper form. And I've seen so many other websites and companies and YouTube channels showing stuff that could actually hurt people. So we're trying to bring you things that you know, are more with the back specific in mind and with the posture specific in mind, and are safe for your spine, okay? That's our whole goal, okay? So thank you guys, and yeah, thank you for joining me, and stay healthy in this time, and we'll see you again next time, all right?